Hey, Bayek, it's me. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at the second season of The X-Files. And this is episode 21, The Caludari, from 1995. Now, previously, we'd had Humbug, and the next one will be F. Amasculata. This was transmitted on the 14th of April, 1995 on the Fox network. And on the 30th of January, 1996, in the UK, it was transmitted on BBC Two. Now, this is a Monster of the Week story, so it's not part of the conspiracy. Now, it is written by Sarah Chano, who had previously written Aubrey from this second season. In terms of films, she was the screenwriter for Lara Croft, The Tomb Raider, which was from 2001. It's directed by Mike Vijar, who is a TV series and TV films director. Lots of those involved in that. Lots of TV series. The music is, of course, by Mark Snow. The locations are, as usual, we've got all in North Vancouver. We've got Coquitlam, again, British Columbia, and New Westminster, British Columbia. So, let's get into the cast. We've got David Duchovny playing Fox Mulder. We've got Gillian Anderson playing Dana Scully. Then we've got Helen Clarkson, who plays Maggie Olvey. She was in a film called Blood and Donuts, 1995. And again, there's a lot of TV series and TV films that she's involved in. Then we've got Joel Palmer, who plays the boy, Charlie, and also Michael. Yeah, so he plays two roles in that. Then we've got Lillian Shalvin, who plays Golda. She was in Bloodlust, 1961. She was in The Mephisto Waltz, 1971, which is quite a fascinating film, that one. She was in Funny Lady, 1975. That's Barbra Streisand, actually. She was in another popular film, Silent Night, Deadly Night, from 1984. Wow, yes. Then Predator 2, 1990. Pumpkinhead 2. Blood Wings, 1994. There's a few horror films here, isn't there? Then she was in Catch Me If You Can, 2002. I think that's a Spielberg film, actually. And this is an amazing amount of films in Korea. Yeah, love it. Then we've got Kay Cuter, who plays the head Calusari. Films involved in The Last Starfighter, 1984. Warlock, yes, Warlock, 1989. She was in Cuter was in Forbidden Warrior 2005. And also Grand Theft Parsons 2003. Then we've got Christine Willis playing Agent Kossoff, and this is reprising her role. She was in Irresistible. Films that she was involved in were Bang Bang You're Dead, 2002, Trick or Treat, 2007. Oh yeah, that's a very popular one. It has been at this time of year. Then she was in Sucker Punch, 2011. Then Horns. It's quite an interesting, weirdy kind of film. That's 2013. Then 50 Shades of Grey by Eck, a bit naughty there. And then those are the sort of films that she was in. So, I'll give you an idea about what it's all about then. Right. Now, Mulder and Scully, of course, are investigating this case where they look at this photograph and they can see that he's taken just before the death of a 2-year-old boy. And they can see evidence on there of some supernatural intervention going on. Then another death in the family occurs, and the grandmother, who is looking a bit dodgy, as they might say, but maybe not in the way we think, she requests the help of some Romanian ritualists called the Calusari, which of course matches the title of this. And these, we start to gain the impression that she's in fact trying to help and stop what she believes and looks like there's some evil going on here. And is it connected with the boy? And that is the question. And as it goes on, you get to realise that maybe there is something in all this. And I think Mulder and Scully also recognise that, especially when they do a bit of, as their usual, research into all these matters, and it all builds up nicely. This story works well, I think. You could say it's kind of a sort of weaker kind of exorcist kind of story, in a way, involving these like religious figures trying to protect somebody from evil, and the family in a way, yeah. So we've got that, but does it work that well? I think it's okay. You know, you wouldn't say it was outstanding. If you look at the critical reaction to this story, it is quite mixed, I think. People didn't see it as a great story. They thought maybe it was a bit weak in places in terms of the exorcism. But I think there's some quite scary moments in it. Particularly there's a scene with the hanging in the garage. That is, I think that's pretty scary, really. And generally that atmosphere, when you've got a child who appears to be, well, is he a bad one or isn't he? We get that kind of thing, and what is going on with that. So that is always an interesting story to have, especially when you've got this evil, and how are you going to fight it? And do you fight it in terms of the old traditions and superstitions? Or are there other ways of doing that? And because it being the X-Files, you know, they kind of start off as usual. There's a more skeptical side, but now everybody's becoming more believing. So we immediately get these stories of kind of the exorcism involved and the ways of fighting evil. And that's all good stuff. And so, though the story has those weaknesses, I can't really fault the atmosphere of it. The atmosphere is excellent. And that's all due down to the writer of the script as well, and the director, all working together well, I think, and producing this. In fact, I think the script is excellent. It really is. It works well, especially dealing in these sort of subject areas, which can be difficult when you're dealing with children as well. So overall, I think it's a good story. Yeah, I think you put it in a sort of medium kind of range of extra. It's not a bad one at all. Definitely not. I can understand maybe the mixed reviews, but it's not really a bad story at all. As most of them, they're not really weak. So I think this contributes well to the season. It's one that you can sit back and enjoy and think, "Bayek, this is really grand, really." I'm really glad that I'm being able to watch all these stories, and this is one it's good to revisit again. I did remember it actually from the first time, so it's good to remember. So I think that's it really to talking about that. Before I go, what I normally do is show you. There it is, the small box of the second season. There it is, and it goes in the big box, as you know. I say that every week. And that's it. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'll let you know when I put out these videos. Also, if you like this video, please give it a like, and it gets it out onto YouTube. And if you've got any comments as well, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. I'll always reply to them. Also, have a look in the playlist, and you can see all the reviews I've done for the X-Files. So go and check them out if you haven't. Yeah, and that's it. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.